overpass, it has to be said, but the thing for Copenhagen Wolves is they're starting on the CT side, so they've got that going for them.
A bit of an advantage, and let's see if they can make it work here. TSM setting up extremely quickly for what looks like an execute in towards the B bomb site, but I love the fact that Twist is just already moving up behind here. If they're quick, Copenhagen Wolves, they might catch them off guard. Grenade gonna bounce on down. Still only a little bit of damage being taken by anyone until a good headshot lands there. zEVES picking it up, and Twist coming up from behind, taking out cajunb, and RUBINO dropping karrigan. It's a really quick start here to overpass. The bomb is down, yes, but they're a man down still, even as zEVES picks up that one kill here. Device running and gunning, and jkaem will shut him down. That's going to be the win. Copenhagen Wolves picking it up. Fantastic start.
What a fantastic start that was, to actually take the post-plant situation and only drop 2 frags there. Pretty standard stuff from TSM, was going straight towards B, getting the set execution down with the smokes, getting to the bomb site, but zEVES getting that opening frag. Bomb did go down, but a perfect retake from them. Thing is, they did get the bomb down, so AK-47's presumably coming out of the next round. It'd be interesting to see where TSM go with this. You obviously have the option to go Tech 9s if you so wish, and you can actually see TSM opting for that one. It's an interesting decision. Normally you try and play the percentages, go for the AKs and go against CTs with lesser weapons, but they're all in on this one. They want to make sure they can actually lock this one out. And with the smoke grenades, the Tech 9s, it could be a very dangerous prospect.
And you got to wonder if this is also TSM's way of saying we're simply just the better team here, so we're not even going to wait. If you try and test us, we'll run you down with these Tech 9s here. They've got all the equipment, they're already in once again, very fast, and zEVES is flashed, but they're not checking this, and Zende will help him out. As karrigan's gone down, they're going to go for the bomb plant. Looks like they'll be successful. zEVES actually waiting, which might be a smart play here. He's not giving up his position just yet. They're inflicting a lot of damage to the Danish side, and jkaem now trying to get in here with the P90, looking for a shot. He's going to get shot in the back of the head. It's dupreeh taking him out, and still a 4v4 here. Bomb ticking away in sight. Twist has got the kit. He has to stay alive. RUBINO not with the kit. He goes down. It's complete havoc inside this bomb site, but the bomb is being defused inside. They're giving it up. Recommitting. Oh no, TSM, they steal it back. Henry, what on earth did we just witness?
I'm not so sure, and to be fair, that was absolute carnage on the bomb side. I don't think anyone had a clue what was going on. Smokes were everywhere. TSM players running riot on shore. There was some really convincing smokes down for the CTs as well. I thought that defuse would come into fruition for them, but the spamming and running shooting capability of the Tech 9s, just finding headshots through the smoke, it seemed like they were absolutely relentless there. Really exciting round, and what an investment that was from TSM. Getting themselves back into the game and forcing Copenhagen Wolves now onto a CZ round, but that was absolutely massive there. Crazy exchange of kills onto the B-bomb site.
And a bit of a one-way smoke being set up there by RUBINO. You can see he's going to go up the stairwell here and look for the shot on cajun, and cajun should know that. I feel like everyone, once that smoke goes down, should realize exactly what's happening, and yet a lot of people do get caught by it. cajun this time surviving, and it did only have a Mac 10, but slow round coming out from TSM, the first one.
Yeah, this is good, because they've got the 2 SMG players there, right? So you can use those guys as recon. Overpass is all about getting positional control of certain areas, dissecting it where the CTs may lie, pushing up as a team, and then you can execute onto the bomb site methodically. That's the best way to approach it. So you can see a dupreeh, he's got full control along, he's giving that information to his team. They're leaving the bomb towards middle as well. They're just trying to work out where CT players may be. So Device there, taking out another frag, and they're not committing too much to this now. They're just waiting to see what the reaction is from the CT side, and this should be a very simple round for them now.
They almost caught Device there. I mean, zEVES is walking up behind 2 of them. You kind of wish he had something other than a CSET 75. Hello. He's waiting, he's playing this very smartly. They're right there, but oh, he misses the shot. He does take down cajun. That was very nearly a double kill. The Device is going to double his zone. It's a 4v3 right now. Still 25 seconds as they make their way to the B-bomb site, and they're going to find an empty site. That was some close timing, Henry.
Yeah, absolutely. The double ZZ there could have come in, but only managing to take down one. Did decent damage to Device as well, but I think this is a good decision from the CTs. They've got CZs, they've got armor, they've got a Mac 10 as well, so definitely not going to win this round, so they might as well carry that on to the next and see if they can cause the same sort of damage next round.
Now, what Copenhagen Wolves were trying to do, pushing 4 people like that into restrooms, that actually is a little bit refreshing to me, because usually if you're in this situation where you don't have the best equipment, people try and stack a bomb set, yes, but they won't usually try and go as a group aggressive somewhere. That's a cool idea.
In terms of the normal meta, I guess you should say, you'd stack the B bomb site, because a lot of teams on their anti-ecos will just choose to hold up for an area and then do the execute with the smokes into the site, try and go in, and you play your chances there. But TSM played that very methodically. They actually spread out across the map. We saw dupreeh getting up to long. They get information, and they were just holding back. They weren't committing too many players to certain situations. So, like you said, Copenhagen Wolves doing something a little bit interesting there, trying to catch out TSM perhaps, but only taking 1 kill then. It was pretty simple procedure from there. But Now, we did see Copenhagen Wolves save a few pistols there. This is the moment here. I thought he was going to get the double frag. Unable to happen for zEVES, but this is where things get interesting a little bit, perhaps. They've got 2 guns remaining, CZ and 5-7, but we have got a pause here. I can only assume it's a technical pause.
Yeah,
because it's a bit early in the stage of the game to have anything tactical at this point.
It's just a little bit too soon, yeah. No one really going to be too worried, even as the somewhat promising start from Copenhagen Wolves got foiled in the second round by a really quick Tech 9 round, which is a little bit of a shame. They are the underdog team. You want them to have a good start here. But we'll see later on. I mean, so that the kind of aggression that they pulled out of the A-bomb site there in the last round, in the pistol round, they had Twist pushing all the way up like that. I mean, this map does have a huge choke point at that entrance to the A side of the map. Like, there's 2 entrances, but if you control both, you control almost all the map.
Well, now we can see Copenhagen Wolves going for the full-on stack B. This is more traditional. We see a lot of teams just going all in on this, trying to catch out that fast execute. A lot of teams will just go for a full-on B rush to just try and secure themselves a quick round, but TSM almost predicting this perfectly as they make 4 players up towards long. cajunb is going to be holding the flanks for any rotations here, but this should be all but concluded this round as the TSM do slow things down a little bit. You can see Copenhagen Wolves reacting. zEVES going to be rotating back to the A-bomb side, but here comes that execution I talked about. You get the positional control on the map, get the smokes down, then the bomb, and then it should be tied up.
And zEVES is only going to get there in time to run into the smokes, essentially, so timing just a little bit off. Default plant going to come through here for TSM. Not a care in the world right now. They've got themselves in such a good position. So a little bit of armor on jkaem and the zende, so maybe they could try and save that. But otherwise, I think the name of the game has to be just exit frags.
Yeah, just try and get anything you can. If you can cause some sort of economic damage to the terrorist team, that's all you can really do. You can see cajunb still has the UMP in hand as well, so he'll be hunting, emphatically trying to find any sort of guns he can and kills. But CT's so far not really inflicting any damage. dupreeh's taking a shot to the shoulder perhaps, but should be a pretty convincing round for them as zende just goes down, and it's going to be Joakim, the last player remaining. There we go, TSM 3-1. This is where Copenhagen Wolves really do need to get their footing in here. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a very aggressive round, get the AWP out, try and go for that first pick towards Fountain, for example.
I feel like when the skill difference between the 2 teams is this big, I actually would like to see something aggressive. But if it was 2 closer teams, I would have expected like more of a default round for Copenhagen Wolves. But I feel like default's going to be tough to play here.
Well, you can see now Copenhagen Wolves haven't got the best buy. Only 1 kit here. We can see that aggression coming towards mid, smoking off towards Fountain. And now it looks like actually a full-on set piece for B.
Yeah, they're going to go for it quick here. zEVES turning his back, and karrigan will instantly take him down. The timing couldn't possibly have been better here for the TSM player. Zende wanted to flash his way through, but I think he got flashed himself and has to stop on the other side. And this is a very bad spot. If the smoke disappears, he's out in the open. He's being caught. He takes a kill on zEVES, but instantly returned by device. The bomb is dropped, yes, but they're a man down right now. Copenhagen Wolves and TSM, they're on the bomb side. They've got the control. dupreeh will be shot down by RUBINO. That was a good kill there. Headshot right at the edge of the smoke, but still a 3v3 and plenty of time left here for the terrorist side to get themselves in position. karrigan's recovered the bomb and is putting it down, and look at this device. He's actually ready for this boost. They see it coming, and karrigan still goes down to it. That's now 2nd kill of the round here for RUBINO. cajun and device are left. They've got a Molotov here on device, so he could put it up, but he's not gonna. He goes down. That's jkaem with the shot, and cajun to die last. It's Twist with the headshot. A nice retake from Copenhagen Wolves, and maybe even a little bit slobby there for TSM.
They saw that boost coming in, they gave the call off. Why did karrigan have to face that? If anything, don't face. Make them waste time by trying to look for frags in that situation. The call came in, karrigan faced, got taken down, and actually gives them the entrance back into the bomb site. Overpass is one of those maps where a B execute straight off the bat is definitely viable. It's like other maps you would say you need to get control first, but Overpass allows you to do this kind of plays. But let's just have a look at this. So RUBINO at the top there, karrigan gives his kill away, and that's when the round's over that stage. The 3-man push into the site, and it's definitely a round that Copenhagen Wolves needed. That would have pushed them onto a full eco after that one. So well played to them. They pick up the AWP now, so maybe they can get their footing in and actually have a solid round here. Interesting enough, the AWP is going straight towards Monster Tunnel as well, so they can actually lock the site down, get some good information just by facing down there.
Right now, they've got zEVES on the TSM side just situated outside of the B-bomb side, just to make sure that there's no sneaky business going on. The rest of the team, slowly, as they were in earlier rounds, clearing out that side of the map, and Copenhagen Wolves aren't really contesting this a lot, I'd say.
It's a very passive setup from them, it has to be said. Most teams will at least challenge middle at the start and go for some sort of phase to get intel at least towards Fountain, but they're actually allowing the terrorists to gain control. Look at what they've got along as well. They've only got zEVES just jumping over the APC there, trying to work out whether he can just get a spot off. But so far, you have to say, TSM have got complete control of this as they keep just clearing out certain areas and gaining control slowly. And actually, Device does spot zEVES there behind the ABC and will get that information to his team.
René just a little bit short there, but you can tell there's still 40 seconds left as TSM are setting up for a lot of grenades into this A bomb site. They've got no control on B, so they kind of have to commit to it. If they run back B now, it'd be a big risk. 30 seconds here, and counter flashes are ready to come out as well. Twist close, not going to make it happen. zEVES will get a refrag finally, but Device takes him out. He was caught between two pinches there, couldn't really get out. jkaem dies as well to karrigan, and now that bomb should be going down. 15 seconds here, and it's man advantage currently for TSM. If they win this round, they're going to break that economy on the CT side. It'll be very hard for Copenhagen Wolves to get back in the game. They need this round, and RUBINO actually, not the usual AWP, going to pick up that rifle and take down cajunb, zende, and RUBINO. They're going to have to go for the retake here. They need this defuse, and Device says no. He's going to take the one kill, gets a double, and now he's trapped, and he has no time. He goes down to karrigan.
Yep. Unfortunately for CTs, you can't allow a team like TSM to have that much positional control of the map like overpass. There's only, it's just a means to an end really. Every team's going to execute in a very similar fashion. If you allow TSM to get into position where they can do all their smokes, all their flashbangs, and go in as a team, as a fragging unit, you're never going to beat them in those sort of situations. You need to at least be contesting, take a man off at the start, and then you can fall back to the bomb site. I don't think you should be allowing TSM to have that much control of all the key areas of the map.
I mean, there was about 15 seconds left as the bomb went down, so if they had been, you know, pushing them back and making TSM waste more time, that could have been a really scary round there, but they did have a lot of space to work around with. It's back to pistols here for the CT side, whereas TSM, once again, strolling into the B bomb side and finding no opposition.
Perfect calls every time. We talked about this. Some teams will do this on their anti-ecos, go straight to B just to kind of get the job done and dusted as quickly as possible. We saw Copenhagen Wolves actually stack this bomb site on one of their ecos not so many rounds ago. This time they go towards A and actually get completely countered here. dupreeh on the Mac 10. It's going to be the recon player. He can just cause havoc on any bomb site. And cajunb getting contested there. zEVES takes him down and makes it a 4-on-3 situation.
Oh, if they could save that AK, that'd definitely be very helpful. zEVES doing a good job. That was actually, I think, a backpedaling USPS shot to the face of Device, so he's going to have to make his way out in a different way, and zende wanted to catch him. I mean, all the damage they could do right now, it's all going to be helpful. dupreeh, a little bit unorthodox, comes jumping in with the FAMAS, but he gets the job done anyway. Oh, the Mac 10, sorry. And that is going to be 5-2. 8th round starting off now, and honestly, Henry, at this point, things are looking really bad for Copenhagen Wolves.
Well, the saving grace here, they saved 2 AK-47s for the last round. The economy wasn't great there. A couple of players are on the 3.5k mark, but those AKs are going to help out a lot. It means they do get a full buy here. Their buys have been a problem for them so far, but let's see what they propose was this time. Will they be going more aggressive? Finally, yes, they are. So Copenhagen Wolves getting into connector, pushing down to steps, and actually trying to get some sort of aggression going at the start of the round. To get some sort of damage off or even find a frag here would be fantastic for them.
They're going to try. They actually do succeed, but not before losing jkaem. Ruben gets one, and he's not going to be able to get down zipnik, so Twist dies as well, and zende and zEVES are left. Not with much of a chance to defend. There's so many grenades left on this TSM side.
Yeah, what can you do in this situation? You're 4-on-2 against TSM. The bomb's gone down. You've got no kits. A couple of smokes to your names. I'd just say save the guns again. We need to take this round on the chin. Do not do anything too silly and give these ones away. We need to make sure we try and stabilize this economy. So far, it's running away from us. They forced into that one with the double AK save, but now they can save the imports and potentially do some damage next round.
So that aggressive push that we were talking about, you know, they did push up. They did put up the smokes towards the playground birthday area. Now the problem is TSM actually just played around the smokes. They sort of doubled up on the aggression when most teams maybe would try and wait for the smokes to disappear and play a little bit slower. So that's actually just a really good call on TSM as well, I think. Not buying into Copenhagen Wolves, essentially trying to control the pace here, and zende won't even survive. Oh no.
Well, there we go. That's one of the M4s we talked about. Could have been instrumental going into this round if they had predicted where the stack would be going, but they save one M4 and you would predict this is going to be another eco for Copenhagen Wolves here, but TSM, like you said, the calls are just absolutely pitch perfect right now. Seem to be finding every single bomb site empty, and once again, karrigan's going to be that recon player. This is such great reads, and then they're playing the economy perfect. They means they can sacrifice one player going into the site first, and if he does find the stack, they can fall back, and this is exactly what karrigan's doing right now. He's called, there's a lot of CT players there, and they should be able to call into his team. Right, let's get to A, leave this bomb site now.
zipnik starting off in karrigan with that submachine gun looking for the bonus, but all his teammates are basically taking all these frags, so he hasn't got a single one yet, and he won't. Oh, he gets the last one in there, so
I was going to say, that's the moment you probably expected the rotate. They actually just said, look, we found the CT players, let's just get in and kill all of them. That's an interesting play, maybe finding their confidence going into this one. We talk about this being a pretty CT-sided map most times, but in this sort of matchup, TSM playing the way they are, they're going to absolutely run away with this one by the looks of things. So finally, the double AWP setup coming for Copenhagen Wolves, a change of pace here, perhaps.
And credit to them for continuing to try and sort of reinvent themselves. They're not just doing the same thing every round. They're really trying to come up with answers to beat TSM here, and that's a good sign. Nice jump there. Not the easiest one, but it's definitely, you can learn it yourself, jumping down. Don't even need to bunny jump. You can just do it with the normal one. RUBINO not going to get the shot off here. Twist also missing. Has to fall back just a little bit, but still fairly far on the map, trying to contest them, and he's got his back covered as well, so he can stay here for just a little while longer. TSM, they are being slowed down by this, even though no one's... Well, there's the kill, and there's the second one. jkaem up on the shelves to take down cajunb. Device missing a lot of sprays. He goes down. jkaem crab walking down the stairwell. It's a rare sight. zEVES and dupreeh are going to be left. It's 2v5 here. A really good start for Copenhagen Wolves in this round, and it's about time.
Yeah, that boost from jkaem, I think that was absolutely fantastic. A really nice play to mix things up, get those opening frags, and actually not going to drop a single death this time. This double AWP setup, I think, could be very strong for them. It means they can lock down areas like long. It takes away that positional control that TSM have been getting almost every single time. And they can have a versatile AWP as well. They can send one going towards middle, going towards monster tunnel, for example. You need to start mixing things up, find these initial frags at the start of the game, and it means you don't allow TSM to do their full executions onto anywhere they like, which they've had full control of so far. But now, dupreeh going to be the final man. He will get taken down, and this is a serious chance for Copenhagen Wolves to get back into this. It's not too far gone yet. There's still a lot of rounds to play.
Yeah, absolutely. We're not at the end of the first half here yet. I feel like even just the sound of the AWP was enough to slow TSM down. Like, they didn't kill it until RUBINO got the entry frag. No one died, and that is still worked out. There's the nice jump down. Yeah, a little bit of air control. You've got that jump nailed.
Well, here we go then. 5 AKs for TSM, a full set of utility for them. Going towards that B bomb site once again, you would expect them to be doing something pretty fast here with the smoke grenades, perhaps, and that shot from dupreeh takes down zende. Fantastic use of the new hitboxes there.
And sprays to the wall. dupreeh's on fire. Going to be taking down zEVES. Well, he cannot be stopped. jkaem finally comes in with a kill on karrigan. You can't feel it might just be too late here. dupreeh's really feeling it. Even so bold as just be shooting through the smoke, doesn't even care any longer. And they can't even easily escape here. They're being sandwiched in. A good flick there from Twist to take down cajunb, but it's already Copenhagen Wolves just trying to hold on to the rifles here. That was a sickening entry from dupreeh.
Yeah, that's one word for it. What a fantastic way. Like, there are a lot of angles that are viable as CT now. You have to kind of think twice about doing that jump boost onto the short area there. Used to be get away with that 99% of the time. You wouldn't ever die. And now when you're playing against players like dupreeh, facing and giving yourself the head on the plate for them, you're going to get it ripped off now. So great use there from dupreeh. 3 entry frags for him. What can you do against that sort of play? But they are going to save the AWP and the M4A4 now. But the economy getting grounded down after winning one and losing the subsequent round after that. $1,400 comes into play, and this is where it gets tempting for Copenhagen. Let's have a look at that shot.
And I think we could see over time something like that being not phased out, but now it's like that's like a risk versus reward thing going on. You have to calculate whether it's worth making that jump because you can actually get killed for it. So yeah, that's interesting.
There we go then. They have a forced up into this round. It'll be a relatively decent buy. Famises and M4s, 3 kits as well. T slowing this right down now. They're expecting the aggression to come back into play. Not going to happen this time. A much more passive setup from Copenhagen Wolves. Playing 3 players towards the B bomb site. See the players on A as well, giving TSM once again, they're going to get full control and allow them to fully execute onto the site. This is difficult, especially when they're a little bit up against the ropes in terms of economy.
Yeah, what is there? I mean, if we can bring up the scoreboard for just a second here, I'm wondering. Yeah, Copenhagen Wolves, they really don't have a lot. TSM, and they could buy even if they lose here. They probably just force it up and keep going. So it's all on the CT side to continue to win here now that they've got a little bit of a foothold. Shot goes through but doesn't hit anybody, and now the follow-up grenades. And it seems like that was the trigger for TSM to move forward. 45 seconds, and they are bringing the bomb over on this side of the map too, just leaving zEVES behind to control B while the rest push in, and they're giving a lot of space here. This is a lot of just room to move around and look inside the bomb site, and Copenhagen Wolves are forced really far back. A shot on Twist as well. He's going to go down. RUBINO the only one to reply, and they need a lot more. He has to get another kill here and even survive after that. karrigan pushing up as well. dupreeh goes down. RUBINO doing a really good job, but it's not enough. cajun will shut him down. And now it's a 2v3. They have no more grenades nearly left on Copenhagen Wolves, and that's going to be the end of it. karrigan with a triple kill. Was that too passive a hold, you think?
It's the same problem we discussed before. If you allow TSM to get that much control, and you see zEVES going up all the way up to long, facing every single angle, device with him as well, covering with the AWP, what can you do?
All right, so the one time when they got this much control, they set up all the way by the restrooms and they put smokes in. This time, they didn't put the smokes in. They sort of walked their way in with the AWP and sort of use. So TSM, if you give them control, you can't even really expect the same reply from them. They'll have different responses.
Yeah, absolutely. That time's a little bit. They saw it as so passive, they didn't even need to do the smokes down. There's that surprise play coming in, and that's actually going to ruin the economy for Copenhagen Wolves this time. Full USP buy for them. You can see 1P 250 as well, but they have predicted the stack correctly. zEVES opens things up with the twist, but can their CTs hold strong here?
Yeah, they're all on the bomb side. Last time that didn't work too well. This time zEVES will at least pick up a kill. But dupreeh's going to be there with the reply, and he's just going nuts in this bomb site. You can tell when dupreeh is like in his zone, and definitely right now he's doing a good job. Probably going to look for a third kill here, and he's going to be successful as well. 10-3, moving into the 14th round. I don't know what dupreeh's score is right now overall, but it has to be fairly high up there.
Absolutely, he's been playing out of his mind, and this is what we are talking about, this first game of the day for TSM. I think this is a perfect matchup for them. We can see what kind of form they're in, who's actually playing well. dupreeh, one of the best riflers in the world right now, and when you've got him firing on all cylinders, you know it's going to be a bad day at the office for the opposition. So Copenhagen Wolves, 3 rounds on the board of the CT side, definitely need to take the last 2 if they want to stand even a chance going against the CT setup at TSM.
And I think that said 17-3-5 in just 13 rounds, starting on the 14th now. It's not too bad at all. Bit of a failed grenade there. dupreeh gonna invent his own pop flash to go and check out what's going on by the tree. Puts out a Molotov, and jkaem, is he gonna have to move? No, it actually fails a bit then. It's a little bit disappointing when he realizes someone's there and is playing a dangerous game, as there are actually 3 people on long right here. And device is gonna help out. Takes down 1 and a second as well before dupreeh finally falls. Still a favorable trade. Absolutely,
great work from device there. dupreeh coming in and causing some aggro there, but device answers straight back. But zEVES taking down karrigan, neutralizes the round to a 3-on-3, and now Copenhagen Wolves take the advantage.
Yeah, important kill for Twist there. zEVES that hasn't had too much of a chance to do anything because dupreeh's just been getting so many kills, and he's been playing very defensively over here at B. He's just been sort of the backup player. We'll see if he can help to open this bomb site. Looks like device is bringing the bomb back. TSM might as well try and go for it at this point.
Absolutely. They've got 2 smokes as well. They could actually smoke off upper and actually give themselves a really good chance here, considering that's where the AWP will lie. But they're actually just going to wait for device and work the picture. I think this is fantastic. And oh my god, through the wooden structure there. If zEVES takes down zEVES, and what a kill that is to open up the bomb site.
That is ridiculous. There's no way zEVES could have even known that. He goes down. Maybe it's some sort of cosmic karma in play here. device now trapped behind. He jumps and gets taken down. RUBINO not going to hesitate for a second. A triple kill here for the Norwegian player, and that's going to be at least a good round, all things considered. Yeah. But that was just that. I want to see a replay of that from zEVES. That was ridiculous.
Good to see as well, the jumping hitboxes actually seem like they're working perfectly now. We're seeing people getting punished at least for jumping. Before, you could actually get away with that jump and actually just get information and fall back. Yeah. But it seems like it's working perfectly, the updates, so congrats to Valve, that is good. But here we go, is that shot from zEVES, bang! Straight through the wood there, fantastic stuff. But like you said, Copenhagen Wolves get their 4th round on the board. Money's still not great for them though, lost a couple of frags, so 2 Famases come into play. TSM with the full buy as well, so this is the aggression coming in from Copenhagen Wolves again. They know they're up against the ropes in terms of the buy, so they need to find that first frag. Twist going to be leading the way with the AWP, manages to find the kill onto karrigan as well. Now he can fall back to the bomb site. This is when you have the position to actually go back and play more passively.
Oh, and he could have even afforded to fall back then, as you said, but stays around a little bit longer. device takes him out, but it's still a favorable trade right now. It's 4 versus 2. device and zEVES, the only 2 left, so Copenhagen Wolves a really good chance to get a 5th round on the board here and see if they can make it through zEVES. Bit of a quick flick there as device also takes down RUBINO, and now from a 2v4 into a 2v2. jkaem coming up from behind. Not going to be hearing anything, device. I think maybe he could have heard the step, but maybe a little bit occupied there. So now zEVES has to do everything on his own here. A 1v2, doesn't have the bomb, has about 50 seconds left, and jkaem's going to go and challenge, and that might have been a mistake. They're feeding these kills to zEVES, and he's going to have the double. Puts up a smoke, but who has the advantage in a 1v1 like this? I mean, guess they know where zEVES is. Zende has a little bit of information. zEVES making a lot of noise, but there's 35 seconds here. Yeah, the time itself and the fact that when he gets the bomb and he knows the CT hasn't even spotted him in this situation, all of a sudden the momentum shifts in his favor. Zende now, I'm not sure what he's going to do. The mind games are so difficult, especially on a map like Overpass. The rotations are so fast between the bomb sites. It'll be so difficult to work out where he's going, but so far he seems to be reading it pretty well, making his way towards B. Yeah.
And you can see this might be a perfect confrontation as they're going to meet on shore.
Yeah, zende just doing a really good job right now, positioning himself, but it's not enough. zEVES will take him down, and it's going to be a triple here for the Danish player, and a brutal way to end the half. I mean, zende actually played that remarkably well, I think.
He absolutely read it perfectly, but it has to be said, in recent form, zEVES has been picking up these clutches left, right, and center. The support player we herald his abs, but he can clutch when he needs to, and actually has been doing it a lot recently, especially in PGL. We saw him picking up some huge clutches, but there we go. That's the first frag that kicked things off for him. This was the problem for me when jkaem lost that kill there. A frag he didn't need to, perhaps. He had control of the bomb. He didn't have his teammate with him. Just needed to watch that bomb and then fall back in that situation, but there we go. 11-4 does favour TSM. They're going into the favoured side CT now. Copenhagen Wolves definitely need to find this pistol if they want to stand any chance going into this one. We'll see a lot of teams favour the B-bomb side, especially on the T pistol. Interesting to see what they go towards here. They've got 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, and 3 players, sorry, heading over to the B-bomb side.
Yeah, TSM pushing fairly aggressively, very much like Twist was doing. karrigan's on a bit of an adventure. Ruben hasn't heard. Now I think he realized that something is wrong. That's not a teammate. And is he going to put out any shots yet? karrigan's still running. jkaem turns around. He's going to catch him. Good communication there between Copenhagen Wolves. You can see they were working together to get that kill on karrigan. And device now has to fall back as they're setting up on this Copenhagen Wolves sides for what looks like a B push eventually. Oh, wait, they're going to run into them by the sewer here. zEVES pushing down. He's got the USPS in hand, being shot in the back, somehow still alive, and that drops the bomb. This is a disaster right now for Copenhagen Wolves. They need to get this refrags in really quickly as well. 50 seconds left, and right now, they've managed to equalize, but that should have been a quick kill there.
How did zEVES not even take any damage in that situation? He gets away unscathed completely. I thought he was a dead man, but he said 4-4, time still remaining here, but they will be opting to go towards the B side.
And look at this instant one-click. jkaem is gone. He had the perfect angle for it. And now they're going to try and go in once again. zEVES looking for another shot here. Still got 8 bullets. Hasn't reloaded yet. Where's that bomb plant? It's one more headshot. He's going to get aim punched and goes down to Twist. But now it's all on zende, and he can't even get the bomb down here. cajunb way too aggressive, and it's nothing that zende could do. He couldn't take any individual duels. He was just getting overrun there. Look at
enjoying themselves. Yeah, so we saw a very aggressive round from the CTs there. karrigan getting all the way around the T-spawn. But like you said, good communication from Copenhagen Wolves to lock him down. They actually committed to go towards the B-bomb sub. This was a shot that really changed things. zEVES, after clutching that round 2-on-1 towards the end of the T-half, manages to open up the CT with 2 great frags there, securing them around. We can see Copenhagen Wolves will be forcing into this one. Tech 9s and body armor port. 4 smokes as well, so you would assume they're going to do a smoke play onto the B side, but let's see, making their way to connector now. They're going to have some confrontation there as karrigan takes down Twist.
Yeah, quick to go down, and karrigan is looking for more, using all the bullets, but not going to be quite enough here. device will get the kill, though, and RUBINO is going to go down to zEVES, so still looking fairly good here for TSM. zEVES, last man standing, and if they could get one more kill, if you could find device or zEVES, that'd be great, but it's just not going to happen here. I mean, this seems like a sure victory. All these TSM players just having a grand old time, aren't they?
Well, this is it. Now they get the proposition to play against a full eco as well. You can assume this one is all tied up, to be fair. Copenhagen Wolves did have some good footing into it. Looked like the comeback may have come back on their CT half, but now it just seems like 13-4. They're on a full eco this time. You see some PT-50s being bought there. Actually, it's only going to be 1. 4 Glocks coming in, 1 flashbang. I don't think they're long for this world. Look at this aggression coming from TSM straight towards Fountain. They really are showing zero respect as they make their way all the way around as well.
They got 3 P90s. I don't think there is, like, you don't have a soul at that point when you buy this many P90s, and they're just going to be spraying down. It's a slaughter. Oh no, device and dupreeh cleaning it up, and it's going to be the triple for device. Someone had to get it. That's just a merciless round, isn't it? What
can you say about that? I've never seen that before. When a team runs all the way over to the fountain area, turns around, you have a massive 5-on-5 battle, P90 spray going on, and look at this, absolute carnage, and pretty entertaining to watch nonetheless. But that's going to be the round. TSM will need to take them 1 step closer here, 1 point away from map point. So now we have the first gun round here. 5 AKs purchased Copenhagen Wolves, but those P90s staying through for TSM. What can they do with them?
Yeah, not even going to switch out any of these weapons. They feel like might as well keep going.
What's going on here?
I've just no idea.
Are those the P90?
You're the analyst.
Oh, right. This is this orthodox. I think they're having a little bit too much fun, it seems like. I've never seen this before in my life. What is this? I guess... I don't even know what to tell you. They're just trying to hope they get the B play. The execute comes in, he can bait in. There's only 1 player playing, then they can just jump out have the surprise party.
Are they threatening zEVES? Are they saying you stand here and die for us, and then we'll get all the kills? If you move, we'll shoot you right now.
You have to die.
You just have to stand here.
Well, here we go. It's not going to work out for them too well. As you can see, it's going to be Device left on the A-bomb side by himself. He's only going to have a P90 and a Tech 9 to hold them off as well. So not long for this world. You would imagine he calls one of the T players and making their way up mid. It's just going to be him holding them off the whole of the terrorist force now.
Oh, so the hostage situation that was going on the B-bomb site has evaporated as they are making their way up to the A-bomb site. Device alone here, and he's going to get overrun. RUBINO manages to get that kill. A good call from Copenhagen Wolves to hit A right now. zEVES trying to get through the smoke, and he's going to be successful. karrigan going around the corner. So many targets. They're all flashed, and he gets a double kill. dupreeh still alive only for a second. Nice round from RUBINO. A triple kill, and Copenhagen Wolves make it to 5-14. Henry, we all know the term support player, but I feel like that was ridiculous down there. They were getting ready to sacrifice zEVES.
There was an absolute sacrifice going on there. Some sort of strange play we've never seen before. This setup, I'm sure, will go down in history. We'll see this on Reddit very shortly as to what was going on here. I can't really analyze that for you. I think they were just trying to have a little bit too much fun. But now things get serious. karrigan goes back to business, picks up the AWP, going for that pick on Fountain, manages to leg zende there, but actually falling back and actually showing some discipline here. So gets the damage off and some information and will fall back.
That makes it so hard for Copenhagen Wolves to play aggressively once again. You can see just the leg shot there is enough to stop the whole team in its tracks. They don't even crossed halfway across the map here. And it's just a minute and 10 seconds, so good aggression from TSM.
Absolutely. It means you can scare the T side a bit there. They'll be so rattled by that first leg shot coming in. Now they have to take the map a lot slower. You can see jkaem here just molotoving out the rocks, just trying to work out if he can push some CT players back. Not going to lead to much, though, as they haven't really got control yet. It looks like they're making their way towards long. One player towards the connector. It's going to be Twist, just waiting to see if he can push, well, hold the flanks from the CT forces here. Bomb going to be left towards Fountain as well. So here we go then. dupreeh faces, actually manages to take down one. He gets neutralized by jkaem. Now it's a 4-on-4, which you do have to favor towards the T side normally.
Oh, it's a nice shot there from karrigan, but Device actually couldn't make it back to the CT spawn before he got caught there. So pretty good intuition coming out from Copenhagen. Was just running from jkaem, I think, to get that shot. Realized he couldn't make it out of there. It's going to be 3v3 now in about 25 seconds, and that's the big problem here for Copenhagen Wolves. The bomb is all the way by birthday, and they've got 20 seconds. This is madness. If the guy carrying the bomb now dies, the round is pretty much over, and karrigan, well, he's going to miss the first flick, goes for another one. jkaem is down. Zende's the one who's got the bomb. He's got 7 health left. This seems almost impossible. He's trying to make his way through, and Zende now gone. RUBINO going to die. Just so little time left at the end there. Yeah, so they actually gained some control towards the end of the map, but it was Device who's just left on that side, looking towards long. Sorry, it was karrigan. So looking towards long, falling back, getting that shot off on towards middle, gets the second headshot, and like you said, no time left, 10 seconds. And it was that initial aggression that rattled the T side and meant they couldn't have the same confidence going into certain areas. They had to be a lot more methodical, cleaning out angles. And now we go on to match point now. I feel like they're setting it up for us nicely, Henry, because it's what we were sort of advocating that Copenhagen Wolves should do a bit more to buy that time, and now we see TSM doing it actually kind of works. That's why, yeah, so you slow down the T side completely. You can't allow them to have so much time and so much control to execute onto the A side, like TSM were allowed to do. What's this again? It's back. Time. What are we going to name this? I think we have to give it a name. Maybe it's something different. Maybe they're channeling all their energy to zEVES. They've got like, he's like an obelisk of light, and they're just trying to feed him more power, so he's there. They're going to rotate out again, so we won't get to see what this setup is all about yet. I feel like they owe it to us to keep trying until it works. Oh, I'm sure they will. It looks like Device is going to have his work cut out for him. They are rotating the bomb back towards the B-bomb site. Maybe there's still a chance, although they're missing zEVES, so now who's going to be sacrificed down here? Nobody else wants to, apparently. They're all just sitting put, and the bomb making its way back up to A. So Copenhagen Wolves just a bit confused at the moment here. Looking for a shot is Device, but he goes down. That's RUBINO. The C-set 75. zEVES no longer the sacrificial lamb, now back in the A-bomb site and looking for a couple of more kills here with the M4A4. Still got plenty of bullets left here to try and make it work. 12 in the chamber and moving up, trying to get those kills. karrigan showing up with the P90 as well, but this round is going to be done 16-5 in favor of TSM as they beat Copenhagen Wolves. Yep, there we go then, TSM. We talked about this being the warm-up game for them, and what a game it was. Copenhagen Wolves is being a little bit too passive for me on their CT side, allowed TSM way too much control of the map, and it was their downfall completely. They lost, and there we go, a pretty convincing scoreline, 16-5 has to be said. That pretty much is a mauling. Yeah, I mean, some of the analysts, I think, were close to that for it. I think it was around 16.8-ish, so not too bad either there. It's a really hard map to play, but maybe some of that lack of aggression there on the CT side was hurting them a little bit. But we've got the panel ready to talk about this game, more or less at least. Richard.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, Alan. It was a great game. We enjoyed that one. We were hovering intently over our feedback monitor. And we're coming back to the desk now, and just to show how awesome we are, we're actually...
I think this is a bit of it, like last time we were missing one analyst, this time we're missing the other. It's going to be just me and you, Richard, by the end of the day.
Yeah, I think this is what's happening. Everyone's dropping like flies. It's incredibly unprofessional. I've never worked in conditions like this before, and frankly, I don't like it, but you will notice...
It's all right. They're signing their own quitting contract.
Yeah.
You know, they're resigning from the future tournaments.
I'm worried that a Fox fan might have got Duncan right before this next game. That's what I'm worried about. I think some guy might have just abducted him. We're going to find out about that in a bit. We'll find out where Duncan is. Hopefully he's safe, everyone. Fingers crossed, all the Thorin fans. And just while we're talking, actually, I know people can hear me out in the auditorium. If you want to get an autograph from Envious, of course, the amazing French team, they're going to be signing mouse mats, signing t-shirts, signing anything you wave in front of them. God, that came out wrong.
Wow.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Yeah. You can go and do that until 8:15. So you've got about 20 minutes by my estimations. So, gentlemen, anyway, let's talk about the game with the absence of the mighty Thorin. We will just soldier on. I mean, TSM, we talked about how good they were on overpass. Just a great first half for them, and they looked really polished.
Well, and polished is the word for TSM, but it's the opposite for Copenhagen, because they won the first pistol, but then they immediately got ecoed on one of the sloppiest anti-ecos I've ever seen. Walked in, the Tech-9 just obliterated them on the B site. We saw dupreeh was nuts coming in and won that the jump shot over top of the plywood. I don't remember what round it was.
Three entry
frags, hits another one through the wall toward Monster. Like, just insane. But Copenhagen was like really disorganized on a lot of their T-side, specifically on entries, but rotations on CT.
All right, well, we'll pick the bones out in a moment. We're going to go over to the stage. We've got karrigan, the mastermind behind that TSM victory, with our boy Mantruce. How are you doing?
The mastermind. How's that sound?
That's too much in my opinion.
Richard, sort it out, mate. All right, but karrigan, let's be honest. You've been putting in the work with this team, and you guys are indeed performing, you know, and that's amazing. So how's that feel?
It feels good. I mean, we had a kind of slump playing bad in the summer, so I think we're getting back into shape. So we just need to win some tournaments now. That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah. So your last tournament was Dubai. You had some amazing matches there. Just maybe not exactly the performance that you wanted, though, in the end.
I mean, we lost on the fifth map against Virtus Pro 16-14. So that's a harsh way to lose a tournament. So, but we need to get back on our feet and change some stuff and prepare for the upcoming tournaments.
By the looks of it, you've had a great start here. That was a very, very dominating performance. Why do you think that is?
I think the map overpass was in our favor. I mean, I feel very confident in overpass on the CTT side. It's one of the matches we worked on when we lost at the ESA finals against Fnatic. So I think the last 3 months we have been superior on overpass. So I think that's why the result was as it was.
As a captain, you know, what is it like having surely more responsibility to look after a team, keep them in check? Is it difficult?
For big tournaments it can be, but for this tournament we didn't prepare so good. We just play our own game. And we just play a little more loose against Copenhagen Wolves and the enemies we have in our groups than we usually do, because then the players can shine a little more. But when it gets tougher opponent, we need to play more structured and have a good balance between that. So right now it was kind of a relaxing environment in this match.
Who would you say your toughest opponents could be are going to be in this tournament?
That's going to be Envious. We haven't won against that team yet, and we kind of won the revenge from losing to them in semi-final on Cologne. So that's the toughest opponent. But I think Kingwin or the Gamers 2 lineup is also a scary one since they won Gaming Paradise 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So apparently there was a big play that happened with Zipnix in the match. zEVES. It's pronounced zEVES. He's going to be happy that I got that right. Yeah, so what happened there? Was it like a particularly interesting moment? I didn't catch it myself.
I can't remember. I mean,
like people all aiming at him, and then something crazy happened.
I just looked at him and he just smiled to me. So I just thought he made something random. And then he wrote in the chat after, I don't have any mouse feeling, so probably something random.
Very cheeky, very cheeky. Well, thank you very much for your time, Captain K. Is that cool? Not cool. Not cool. Sorry, everybody. Anyway, we're going back to the desk. You'll see more from these guys later. Thanks very much for watching this. Guys, over to you.
Look, I don't know about Captain K. I think he's been on the special K. Put it that way, mate. The way he's babbling on. Come on, man, Truce, get it together. It's been a long day, mate. Sort your stuff out.
Speaking of getting it together,
But we still haven't got Duncan's just gone. He's gone.
Yep.
Light a candle for Duncan's career. This could be the end of it this time. Walking off from a desk. What a disgrace. Of all the things he's done, eh? Anyway, so look, we were just talking about Copenhagen Wolves just before we went over to karrigan. So you were saying that they played poorly and that sort of factored into making it easy for TSM.
Yeah, I mean, really sloppy. Obviously, TSM had a lot of fun there. The reference that Manters was making was just that there was 2 rounds in a row where zipnix was standing in B and 3 guys were in the water staring. I mean, they had that much confidence and comfort. At that point, they were at 14 rounds. It wasn't a big deal, but just that's how little respect they had for the fact that Copenhagen Wolves weren't going to have any chance of getting back into that game. They weren't executing. They weren't finding the opening picks. Their CT side was torn apart by TSM. That B site was opened up a number of times, and normally TSM is one of the teams that actually favors A with smokes on the A site more and more lately. They've definitely shown hints of playing both and depending on the situation, but today they just walked in on B.
Yeah, I think that's what it boils down to. It was a little bumpy at the start of the map. I think that was just due to both teams warming up, but then you kind of saw where Copenhagen Wolves, you know, they had they kind of plateaued out a little bit at the beginning where it started to look a bit good. Obviously, they won the pistol round, but then they came, you know, so it turned into a bit of a scuffle. But then that's when TSM, you know, once they started getting their aim in, they showed that they had a couple more gears, and Copenhagen Wolves just couldn't keep up in the end. That's I think what it boils down to in the end is just the fact that Copenhagen Wolves, all these problems that you've just described, you can't have versus an elite team, and an elite team that will just out-aim you as well before they even have to bring in the tactics. That's the big thing here, is that I don't think the TSM were ever in any danger of losing this game.
And it shows when that's an issue on the CT side. I said it was a side-oriented map before. I said my prediction would be something like 16-12. That was entirely dependent on a good CT side at a Copenhagen Wolves, and when they got the pistol, I thought, okay, this looks all right, they could. Yeah. But it was very indicative that it was going to be a problem as soon as they lost the ensuing eco round, and then it never really transpired after that. So
we're also doing a bit of twist watch. How do we feel about him? He's kind of in a team after his time in the wilderness. Signs of life, or are we going to file him with Pouth?
No, we're not going to cast him out into the wild just yet.
No.
But, I mean, he is kind of in the wild with Copenhagen Wolves to begin with. I mean, it's still an up-and-coming team.
True.
But as far as, like, the huge impact twist, it's a bit much to ask. You know, when it's just like, okay, twist, go win toe-to-toe versus Device, Cajun, and dupreeh, right? Especially when dupreeh showing us rounds like that, the triple entry frag one, like, and zipnix as well. I mean, they were kind of like bowing down to their lord at the end there, right? You know, a couple rounds there. You know,
that triple entry frag by dupreeh was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was insane. The first one on the jump, I mean, that highlights the hitbox fix. That he nailed that shot. Like, boom, done. See ya.
Yeah.
Don't think about that again.
I mean, I know it's perhaps a bit early in the tournament to really talk about this. We have said that in terms of Envious on we felt that they had a pretty easy route on their side of the bracket, you know, and the teams that they were going to be coming up against in the group stages. Group B obviously does have G2 Kingwin in, and maybe TSM might have a bit more of a difficult path. Now, judging on that performance, do we feel we've got potential tournament winners here in the form of TSM? I mean, can we say that they're right?
It's basically Envy and TSM. Like, you got sharks that kind of like swim around through the ocean, and you got remoras that are just like chilling out with them, right? You know, that's kind of like the two beasts that we have in this tournament right now. The sharks, they're TSM and Envy. The rest of them are kind of just trying to like swim along in the slipstream and hope that they manage to get third or fourth, because I think it's pretty clear, at least, it would be just a massive upset, humongous upset, if one of these two weren't in the finals facing off against each other. And
of course, karrigan said, that's the team they're really gunning for, because it's the one they've not beat yet.
Yeah, that particular roster is the one they haven't beat yet. I mean, look, even if TSM played horribly today, I'd still say they're potential winners for this tournament. Would you just look at it, how they stack up on paper, the results, they're always going to be potential winners in this. But to say off the form of that one game, we can look at it and say that's a high probability, that's a bit too soon to read, especially against a team like Copenhagen Wolves. And naturally, when you look at Envious and how well they did play today, again, you could say the same thing. They didn't have a huge challenge in their group either, but things are rolling. Kenny looked pretty solid. So, I mean, I don't think it's clear-cut for either of them. I do think that's the obvious final, though. Well, G2's got the best chance of being the upset.
Yeah, that's what I'm intrigued about. That's kind of where I was trying to go with that question. See if we can, maybe rustle a few jimmies. But
sure. I mean, I think more so than Twist, we're all going to be watching Scream after this update. See if it's going to be the return of the headshot machine, man.
That's absolutely going to be vital, I think, to how G2 are going to do it.
And
overall
that's going to be the next game, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It just turns
there you
out.
go.
Just
so
it happens.
We're all waiting for it. We're not going to have to wait too long,
Right, well,
guys.
sack it then. Let's go to a break, eh? Let's do it.
Let's go find Duncan.
If
anyone in here has seen Thorin or has Thorin at this point, just bring him back,
it's
please.
like, you know when you were like, did this ever happen to you? Like, you ever got lost in a supermarket as a kid and they had to like do the thing over the tannoy going,
usually,
Mrs. Shields, please come.
Usually when I got lost in the supermarket as a kid, it's because I was picking up the phone to make the announcement myself and just troll the store. And then, we found him. We got him.
Hopefully we can get Duncan a balloon and something just to calm him down because he's having a bad time. Obviously got lost in the venue.
There's a bushel
somewhere.
of bananas over there.
We've seen plenty of those. Anyway, thanks up for your thoughts, gentlemen. With that said, we're going to take a break, and when we get back, we are going to see G2 in action. They're going to be going up against SK Gaming. We just saw them walk past to get set up, so please come back in about 10 minutes. We'll see you then.